Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. Now, with that being said, today we are going to be talking about a few things, but first off, I'm not going to make you guys sit around and wait until the end of this video or anything like that. We are going to be talking about why I do believe that XRP is about to deliver some incredible ROI gains for those individuals that are holding XRP. So, obviously, right now we are currently trading at about 2% in terms of market dominance. Now, I'm going to compare and contrast a little bit, going back to 2017 and 2018 in terms of XRP's, high levels that it did target. Because currently, right now, we are trading at about 83 cents overall. Our current market cap is around $40.1 billion, right? Now, XRP at one point in time was trading at about $3.84. We can actually kind of go back to that. Hold on one second. So at $3.84, our market cap was roughly around $184.8 billion, right? Now, this is an upside of about 361x. Now, what about if we had a market cap of $500 billion? This would bring us to about $10 and about 39 cents. Now, I've always said $10 to $15. Here's $15, by the way, $721.8 billion in market cap. Pretty conservative, if I do say so myself. We're actually going to be addressing this and why it is. So let's actually look into things. So first off, I'm going off of the total 2. So this is, of course, the altcoin market. Now, within this, okay, this is excluding Bitcoin. So this is Ethereum and all alts. I've addressed the idea on we could go to some high figure numbers within the altcoin market. Specifically, if we are topping out on, of course, alts, between about $5 to $6 trillion roughly for market cap potential for the altcoin, right? Or the altcoin market, sorry. That's a pretty high number. I'm dead set on $5 trillion being the, around the range for us. So if we were going off of $5 trillion, okay, we need to account for XRP dominance. Now, this is how I get a lot of my price, targets for a lot of my altcoins. I kind of look at where they could, kind of lead to in terms of market dominance. So with XRP in mind, right, we know that in the past, during, 2017, right, this is May of 2017, not even the topping point for XRP, we hit a dominance point of about 24.77%. Now, of course, during December and even January, this is when it was really kind of pumping. It hit about 18% market dominance on the high end. The major range was about 15.47%. Now, let's look at this because this is something that's interesting. So, say for so, we'll just have a bare minimum, price target on the total altcoin market cap, excluding Bitcoin, of course, being $5 trillion. That's our topping point for the market. And let's talk about 10%. 10% of 5 trillion, which would be $500 billion in market cap, brings us to roughly, and then we could actually kind of look at this, $10.39 or an upside of an 11x. Now, what if we, hit this point where we have, 15, percent? We'll just round it to 15%, right? So at 15%, that brings us to that $750 billion market cap. This puts us at around $15.59. This is exactly why I've been addressing the idea of $10 to $15 being, a nice target point. Of course, do the fib, levels reach out to those? 100%. I've been addressing those fib levels on XRP for a fairly long time now, so you guys can really kind of see it on the weekly chart here, going all the way up to $10 to $15. Of course, the equal median being around that $12.50. Cent zone. So I think that that's a perfect point, to really kind of target this $12.50 range. But of course, $10 is a very significant point as well. But, if we do range to even the higher end at like 18 to 20%, you're looking at much higher target points. I mean, just think about 20% of this market is actually $1 trillion in market valuation, or an upside of 24x to $20.78 per XRP. Pretty significant, but it's the idea on we're going off of, percentage returns in the past in terms of market dominance. Now, I will say this is the one concerning factor. It's been 4 years since our all-time high has been targeted on XRP. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is going to happen overnight or anything like that. Absolutely not. In fact, we haven't even seen the high end of 18% in terms of market dominance since around January of 2018. But also think about when the last bull run was. On our recent moves in the market, specifically that April time frame, we had about 3.88% market dominance. Now, the only thing that I'm saying right now, the major thing that I want you all to focus on is where will our market dominance percentage lie when we do see a major settlement within this market? And of course, where will the market dominance lie when XRP is the only asset with regulatory clarity? Also think about the massive adoption of XRP as a token and also the use of it as a settlement bridge currency. And you also have to think about, the FOMO demand on it. And when it does break out to the upside potential and goes to some major high targets, where will market dominance really kind of, place it? I do believe that at some point in time we could have at least 25% market dominance eventually. This will bring us to some higher figure numbers, obviously, but again, this is $25.98. I've seen numbers being thrown out there of us going to the high end of like $30. We do see the last fib level here at $27.68. That is a little bit before $1.3 trillion. It is possible because even on the high end of this percentage, it's around 31.39%. If we have that exact same percentage, targeted, this is our actual, price that we could hit on the high end, which is a 38x, $32.62 per XRP. Now, I know, again, this isn't the best way to look at it. Of course, the best way to look at it would be, on those fib levels and where we have, really kind of targeted in the past. For the most part, if we are going off of the 2017, 2018 structure, now I do know, and I'm going to, address it real quick, that a lot of these levels are a little bit of a scam wick. Let me go back to 2017, 2018 real quick for you guys. So here we have it. Let me get rid of that, and let's go off of those lows. So, overall, I was going off of the major lows set in, actually, I was going off of the major highs going back as far as the all-time high and, going off of those major lows. If we do the same exact thing, we go off the all-time high that we targeted back then, and we go off of the low patterns here. You guys do see us breaking actually above the last fib level. So that's actually pretty significant. But if we are going off of the topping point and we go off of those major lows, we could actually kind of see where the fib level targeted and actually topped out on. We broke above the 786, obviously. We targeted some fairly high levels. But from here, you guys could also see the fib levels that it outreaches to, which brings us again to around the $10 to $15 range, with the highest point being $25.54. Now, like I said, we really have to address this and look at it from the overall perspective on, how plausible are those targets to really kind of be targeted. I would say that we have a high possibility of the $10 to $15 range being, the major levels to really kind of address and watch for. But again, it's all in the idea on where are we really kind of going to range within this market. That's the major thing. So again, really kind of, do your own research in terms of your exit plan. I'm not going to tell you guys my exit plan in general like that. Of course, I have addressed this on my website, NCashOfficial.com, but my exit plan stands with the idea on, the fib levels that we are going to. And I definitely do go off of the highest points, in terms of fib levels and say that that is the most unlogical area to really target. More so this, $27 range. I'm more so dead set on conservative ranges being that $10 to $15 range, just so that I don't get, again, locked out of the, bull market and I'm pretty much hodling for another 4 years, if you will. But things are moving rapidly within this space. I've addressed this. I've talked about it. Goldman Sachs just recently had this on their website homepage: digitization from cryptocurrencies to the metaverse. Explore the mega trends that are reshaping economies. Things like this are rapidly evolving. We are moving forward, of course, within, crypto and adoption of crypto technology. And again, when we are talking about a settlement happening for XRP, we did see a massive update today from the Fed saying, existing regulations were not built with digital currencies in mind. There will be, there will have to be new rules, laws, and frameworks to deal with digital currencies as well. Honestly, when we are talking about everything happening, especially in the US for, again, the Federal Reserve, we know that they are on their toes right now, making sure that they are focused on digital currencies, CBDCs, and of course, digitization of the current payment infrastructure. I've been addressing this for a while now. We even see, UK, US regulators call for high levels of global collaboration in overseeing DeFi. The Fed is sharing its analysis on central bank digital currencies with 6 other central banks at the BIS, said Chair Jerome Powell. I do think that when we are talking about a digital dollar, I think that we are very close to that point. I also do think that when we are talking about crypto adoption, I think that this space has a lot more growth left in it. This is also why I do believe that the altcoin market could hit highs of about $5 trillion plus. And we do see US and UK regulators called for increased international collaboration to help them oversee decentralized finance and the growing crypto sector. I think a lot of the progress that we make along the road will depend on really high levels of international collaboration if we're going to unlock the potential of digital assets and services. And the idea around this is interoperability, being able to connect these systems to one another. I've told you guys about this even with Quant. I do believe at the end of the day, that is going to be the main focus. And of course, sustainability will be a key aspect, efficiencies and things like that. And we do see here, Governor of the Bank of England agreed, and regulators have to quickly get a handle on DeFi and the sector's growth. We have to do it together internationally, because if we try to do it within our own locations, we're going to fail because it will escape us and it'll always be somewhere else. The UK had $170 billion in value received from DeFi protocols between June 2020 and July 2021, the most in Europe at the time, according to Chainalysis report. And, even talking about CBDCs, we know that things are moving rapidly in that area as well. It's not just about DeFi, it's about all of this. They are talking about, the digital dollar, creating that, ushering it in. And all of this is also talking about the Digital Pound Foundation, which we know has direct connections with Ripple. Things, are really shaping up to be an incredible year and an incredible opportunity for crypto as well. And we even see here, we are dedicated to working with our domestic and international colleagues on making sure that the payment and monetary systems evolve in a responsible way that brings about improvements while also maintaining safety, soundness, and financial stability. And I want to really warn you all right now, what does that sound like? It's the revolution of the payment infrastructure that we are currently running on. Things are evolving. Crypto, DeFi, CBDCs, they are all being talked about rapidly and at a very, very, very quick pace as well. They want to get a hold of this quickly. As you guys did see, they are urgent on this. They want to adopt this technology. They want to utilize this technology. They want to make sure that they do not miss the boat. And honestly, we should all be focused on that as well. This is almost a $2 trillion market. It is in its infancy stages, and it is set for massive, explosive moves going forward. And I'm not saying that just to hype you guys up. It's truly remarkable, to say the least, how early we actually are in this market. And I'm very excited, again, for the future on, just altcoins in general, but utility gems, because utility gems are going to be the main focus, especially as regulations are ushered in. And like I said, guys, focus on XRP, because XRP has an incredible future ahead of it and massive ROI potential. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.